But come to the stage right now. Make it loud for the one, the only E1. Ooh, and Peanut.
Alright, some more brand new jokes. These actually are brand new.
Yeah.
Alright, Wednesday is called Hump Day, right? Because it's the middle day of a 5-day work week. Well, you might get into trouble using that term in the office, you know what I mean? They're like, hey, have a nice hump day, Karen. Wink, wink. And I'm like, oh, Karen loves hump day. That's why she's always so relaxed on Thursdays. And so moody on Tuesdays. Yeah, for her, every day is Wednesday. Like, Karen loves hump day all night long. Yeah, the word hump has many definitions, right? It could mean like the hump off a camel's back or to carry a heavy burden, which makes sense, you know, because Karen is always humping a load off her back. Oh, Karen's walking kind of funny, must be Wednesday. You know why Thanksgiving is always on Thursday? Because Wednesday's hump day.
Hey.
I know how we get more work done around here. Just change hump day to Saturday when Karen's not working. Be like, well, it could be worse, you know. It could be like, well, today is hump day, but old Marge here wouldn't know anything about that. Like to Marge, the third day of the week is Wednesday. And that's it. Yeah, hump day is like once a week, but for Marge, it's more like once in a lifetime. Or how about this? Be like, oh, it's only hump day for Steve when he can afford it.
Huh.
Yeah, Steve never misses hump day. That's why he has herpes. Yeah, the reason why hump day is on Wednesday is because hookers raise their rates on weekends. Yeah, the term hump day was coined a long time ago. Yeah, by your mom.
Hey.
You know what camels call hump day? Rawr! Yeah, it's done. Why did the squirrel fuck the almond? Trying to bust a nut.
Hey. Yeah.
Yeah, this. Why do sailors give the best blowjobs?
Why?
Because the captain always goes down with the ship.
There you go.
You know, the more I learned about space, the more I wish I didn't know anything about space, right? I was watching this documentary about Jupiter, and it turns out if anything happens to Jupiter, we're fucking screwed, right? Like they're saying that sooner or later Jupiter will move closer to the sun, and that when that happens, we're fucking dead, you know? It'll either shoot us out into space, or we'll collide with another planet, or we'll be thrown into the motherfucking sun. You know, and I'm like, why, you know, like, how is knowing this helping my life at all, right? It doesn't, you know, I can't affect the path of fucking Jupiter, you know? All this does just gives me something more to stress out about and shit. Just another white hair on my ass, you know? And so now that I told you guys this, now you have to worry about it, right? This, plus what, the health of your prostate, your colon. Oh, and don't forget Uranus.
Hey.
Yeah, you know the whole, a lot of us, during this election, a lot of Hispanic men, like, voted for Trump, right?
See.
Yeah, that's crazy. Like, no one ever saw that coming, you know? I think even they were like, what the fuck am I doing?
Huh.
Yeah, I think those guys thought that, like, Trump was going to deport everyone else except them, you know?
Yeah.
They're probably like, yeah, get these illegal aliens out of here. Hey, where's Grandma? Yeah, one of my buddies is telling me, like, oh, he's like, I'm a professional when it comes to fishing and having sex.
Huh.
Yeah, I was like, well, you are a masturbator.
Huh?
What was the smartest dinosaur? The source.
Huh.
Yeah, you know, in the 60s, Dallas, Texas, was like this super ultra modern city. Yeah, when JFK was there, it totally blew his mind.
Huh?
You know, I'm like a bit of a history nerd, right? But I study like a certain subgenre of history. And that's like wars and battles where a weaker force defeated a stronger one, you know? And over the years, I've become quite an expert on the subject. And really, there's many ways you can do that, right? There's at least 5. Right? One way is if you could surround the enemy, then you got them, you know? Even if there's more of them and they have like better weapons, you'll beat them, right? And like the Battle of Cannae, Carrhae, and the Battle of Marathon, you know, perfect examples. Another way is to run away from the enemy, right? Just run away. And as soon as they get tired of chasing you, you turn around, you hit them as hard as you can at their weakest point. And then you run away again, right? Just run away, run away. And as soon as you get tired of chasing you, do it again. You hit them as hard as you can at their weakest point. You know, George Washington did that, right? And so did the Viet Cong. Anyway, all these methods, though, they're not guaranteed. You know, the only one guaranteed way that a weaker force can always overtake a stronger one is through marriage. I got time. All right, let me try this. Yeah, I got a bunch of kids and stuff. Or most people don't know that, you know, I got a bunch of kids. And so people are like, you know, how many is a bunch, right? 7.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I got 3 daughters and 4 sons. And so when you have 7 kids, you know, you don't got to prove nothing to nobody, you know what I mean? Like, you can't do nothing to somebody with 7. You know, what are you going to do? You know what I mean? Like, you can kill me, but then one day, one of my kids will come looking for you and shit, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, they'll cut you open Godfather style. They're like, Iwan was my dad, you bastard! You're like, ah! So yeah, you know, everyone wants to be a comedian, right? But not everyone has the talent or the balls and shit. Yeah, I know I'm gonna make it, you know, because even my fucking balls are talented. Yeah, you know, England is like a lot like America, but it's like all backwards and opposite over there. Yeah, they drive on the opposite side of the road. They have like a king and queen, and they play baseball over there in England, but it's like all opposite, and like different. It's like called cricket, right? And same with football. It's like this bizarro version of football called rugby and shit. Yeah, they don't play over there. They call it soccer football. Yeah, they don't even know what the word soccer is in England. You know, over there, soccer is what you do to your wife. It's soccer. Yeah, same thing with poker. Poker is the #1 game and #1 card game in the world. It's also how I asked my girlfriend for sex.
Hey.
Poker. All right, let me try these. I always heard that churches pay comedians well, you know? So I'm working on like a line of Christian jokes, which is kind of strange, but here we go. Yeah, I'm Christian, you know? Or I grew up Christian, right? It's weird how Christianity is kind of like a verb now, you know? Because I am Christian, but I'm not Christian. If anything, it's more like, psst, I'm Christian. Why should you always bring a basket of apples to math class? Because it says in the Bible to be fruitful and multiply. Yeah, I think I know how Jesus got 12 men to follow him. He's probably like, hey, you guys want to give up everything in your life and follow me? They're like, no. I can turn water into wine. Let's go. You know, a lot of black Christians will tell you that Jesus was Asian, or Jesus was black, you know? But we don't know, you know? What we do know is that Mary was like a Palestinian Jew, you know? So whatever Jesus was, he was half whatever Mary was, and half whatever God came down as, right? So he could have been half black. He could have been half white. Hell, Jesus could have been half Asian. But I think we all know that Jesus wasn't half Asian, though, because he never had any money. Yeah, you know, it says in the Bible to love your neighbor like you love yourself. So I went next door and I jerked him off. Yeah, you know, it's hard to be a good Christian when the guy in front of you is driving like a stupid asshole, right? Yeah, like if somebody pulls in front of you and they just start driving all slow, it's like, oh my gosh, you know, that's the work of the devil right there. You gotta be like, get behind me, Satan. Yeah, you know, because when the guy in front of you driving like a stupid asshole, like all that charity and goodwill just goes right out the window, you know, along with my middle finger.
Hey.
Yeah, you know, when you hit a target in the very center, it's called a bullseye, right? That's kind of weird, right? Because when was shooting a bull in the eye ever a thing? Never, right? Yeah, if anything, they should call it girl's eye. Yeah, you know, the national dish of Korea is kimchi. All it is just pickled cabbage and fucking chili flakes and shit. That's it. Yeah, you eat that crap for a couple of months. Even you'd be like, we're cooking that fucking dog. Yeah, I did my 23andMe last year. The results were kind of confusing, though. Yeah, they just sent me back a pair of chopsticks.
Let's go.
Well, you know, LA is kind of like New York in that it's an international city, right? But unlike New York, LA's like all spread out and compartmentalized, you know? Like over here, the black people are like all concentrated like here, like in Inglewood. And like the Asians like over here, like in Orange County. And the Mexicans are like, here. All right, rules are rules. You can't break the rules. The rules are kind of like penises. They can be bent. My name is Iwan. I'm out here. Thank you.
Yeah! Keep it going for Ewan. Oh. Ewan, one joke out of there really stood